Okay, now that you've got that center pocket with the upper flap folded down, you're going to turn it upside down, like, okay, this is how it goes on here, you know, with the top flap up. You're going to flip it this way. So it's upside down and the wrong side is facing up. So it's got letter K in that corner and you're matching up the letter K to it, and it's got letter I there and you're matching up that letter I. Maybe it's an L. Okay, and you're going to pin. So put the pins in. You're going to go straight down through and then back up through both fabrics. Okay, put about 5 or 6 pins in. Straight down through both and back up through both. Make sure this is lined up evenly, laying flat, straight down through both, back up through both. Okay, so we've secured that end there. Now you're going to go to the machine and you're going to put a stitch across there. It's going to kind of be tricky because this is going to be in the way, so you want to roll up that edge, keep it back out of the way. Keep your pin cushion or your pin magnet nearby because you're going to remove those pins as you sew. Remember, we don't sew over pins. So trying to stay as close to the line there as possible. Kind of try to keep the edge of the presser foot lined up with the edge of the fabric. We're going to put in a straight stitch. Get it lined up under the presser foot and then remove that first pin. Make sure that your thread strings are in back behind the presser foot. We're going to stitch forward, and then back stitch, so go a few back, and stitch all the way across, taking pins out as you go. Again, slow and controlled, gently feeding it through, keeping it lined up. And back stitching at the end. When you're finished, trim those threads, and you'll have, see, the point is to have a pocket down there with the nice, like where you don't see the rough edge there, you don't see the seam. Okay. Now what's next is we're going to pin this part together. So pin the pocket now up into place. Just 3 or 4 pins across, and we're going down through both layers and up through both layers. And now we'll stitch the sides. Again, keeping that presser foot lined up with the edge of the fabric. Put the presser foot down. And let's back stitch, so go forward, backward, and forward. Taking those pins out as you get to them. really want to be sure and backstitch here, because you want that pocket to stay on there. Okay, and if whenever you lift the presser foot, if it's hard to get the fabric out from underneath, just turn the hand wheel, kind of wiggle it forward and backward a little bit, and that should help you. All right, now we're going to do the other side. So again, put pins in. Pulling that edge up to the edge of the locker caddy, so pulling it tight. Put the pins in. And then stitch this side. Do not sew across the top, or that'll stitch your pocket shut. So then go ahead and put a stitch in this side just like you did this side.